Kwasi Pratt about drop a bombshell. Couple of days ni and a John Dramani Mahama echo make a statement be said enche Ghana for ebenya president waye oba. In fact asemi ebesesi social media brazer ni obia kabi na ebinom ekra trese eye too early ese Ghana yebenya president waye oba. Ebinom nso ekra ede ni age ene ni yale koda hospital nyina ebeba mu na ne Kwasi Pratt abekire nsem. In fact wa betro punches papa yentie no yeba yebeto aso.
Respected when it comes to the question of elections and choices that we make. Look, in the last elections, he insisted that his running mate was going to be Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajimai. So he said, oh no, you can't have a woman, it's too early. And so, you remember those arguments? Yes. Look at the election results. He has been vindicated. Completely vindicated. Look at the election results. Amazing election results. Perhaps, again, since 1951, this is the first time that any political party has achieved this result. And it was with a woman running mate. People kicked against it for all kinds of reasons. Now, Senna, if you have an attitude or a policy, a certain disposition, which makes you deny more than 50% of your population the right to participate in the advancement of your society, you are a fool. Finish. Is there any other better word than fool? If there is, tell me, I will draw fool and I will use that word. President Mahama. In any case, the president did not mention Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajimai. He didn't. But I'm going to mention her. My brother, look at the woman we are talking about. Look at her history. Look at her record of achievement. How many men have that? Both within and without the NDC. How many men have that? Why? I won't take you too far. When she was nominated as running mate to President John Dramani Mahama, her acceptance speech, all of you here, you saw it. In the last election, that was the best performance. If I lie, tell me. The best performance in terms of articulation, in terms of her understanding of the issues, in terms of her command over language, her command over facts and so on. In the last election, no speech was better than hers. That was a remarkable speech. And so on. What is the problem? Even if President Mahama said that she would be my successor, what is the problem? Show me what the problem is. Master, not just that. In the realm of the academia, Master, a very tough realm, she emerged as the first woman vice chancellor in our history. Is that not a huge statement? How's all this? Look, I think it's important for us all, when we are engaged in public commentary, to eschew our selfish interest and so on, and to look at the bigger picture. In fact, the whole morning, that is the point that Lawyer Pierre Danko has been making on this panel. What is the bigger picture? There is a Ghana which is sinking. There's a Ghana which is suffering from huge debt burden. There's a Ghana in which its people's access to health is limited. There's a Ghana in which even the supply of potable water has become a huge problem. There's a Ghana in which cocoa production has been reduced by 50%. This is the Ghana we are talking about. How do we lift this Ghana from the doldrums? That's the issue. It's not about the personal ambitions of twisted minds and ego-driven fools. That is not what it's about. It's about substance. That is what we should be talking about. And then some people say that, Ghana is not mature. We will never accept a woman president. Who told you that? What is the basis of that claim? What is the basis of that claim? Well, Ghana will not accept it. Who told you that? What is the basis of that claim? Look, it is possible to get a woman presidential candidate who will be very, very, very bad for this country. And I've seen some. I mean, the last election, I saw a few. I saw a few. I heard them speaking. I wanted to die. So, you're not talking about a woman. But when women are qualified, they should be encouraged to move forward. In any case, when you talk specifically about Professor Jane Opoku-Agyeman, she has not expressed any interest in becoming president. I haven't seen any moves to suggest that she's jumping over others to become president, and so she doesn't care. She's just doing her job. You understand? If indeed President John Dramani Mahama was referring to her, perhaps they have been working together in the Flagstaff House. I'm not there. Perhaps he has seen something that somebody hasn't seen. You understand? Perhaps it is also a smart move to send a signal to all those who are peaking before their time around him and messing him up and messing his legacy, that they should be careful. And that this is the signal he's sending. If that is the signal he's sending, it's a fantastic signal. It's an important signal. It's a signal that people should take note of, and so on. So, Sana, I don't see any problem. There's nothing against one becoming president of Ghana. You understand? And then, when you make specific reference to Professor Jane Opoku-Agyeman, I hear some people say, oh, but she's old. She's old. What? She's what? Old? Who is the president of the United States of America?
Donald Trump.
How old is he?
He's 78 old.
It's ridiculous when people refer to age. It is ridiculous. Look around the world. Why? I mean, only last week, Paul Biya was attempting to become head of state of Cameroon. You're talking about age?
79 now, yeah.
What's a ridiculous position to take? Age. Age. And then they say, oh, but you know, she fell sick some time ago and she had to be taken abroad for treatment. We are not so sure of her health.